Hey everyone, this isn't an animation, so you can click off the video now. No sex jokes, no horny here. Let's see, this will be episode 4 or 5 or 3 or whatever. I'll check it when I upload it and title it accordingly. But episode whatever of MOJODraws, drawing with Mojo, Mojo Arts, arting with Mojo, Mojo Arts on your face. Yeah, let's call it that. I like that. That's a sex joke. I lied. Oh well. Anyway, the main purpose of this video, the discussion topic, the thing I'm going to be rambling about, is the nice little boom. It would be relatively a small boom for other people, but it's a nice big giant fucking boom for me. The nice boom of growth I've experienced over the past month. I need to put out the nice plates for all the newbies here. Let them know what I'm about if they're interested. Again, this isn't an animation. I know most people are following, subscribing to see more of those. But there are all these pesky other videos on my channel that I should mention, explain myself, and give a little explanation on what I'm about. This would be effectively an ad hoc intro video for my channel. Realistically, I'd rather want to animate that, put a little script together, a little title or whatever, but I don't have time for that now. I don't have time for many things, but currently I'm moving. I've got like half my little apartment room packed up and boxed and shit, so that's sort of my main concern for the rest of this month. But I decided that a tiny little art video would be appropriate for the time. And let people know what's happening or whatever. So to that end, I decided, I need something to put in the background. So I decided to draw Corviknight. There's no D, so it's Corviknight. Yeah, Corviknight. I decided to draw Corviknight. It's a nice little edgy Pokemon. Sort of my whole aesthetic is effectively summed up there. Originally, since the main point of this video was going to be me talking about like my thoughts on the animations I've made and the new followers and shit and other things I'm going to be doing. So I thought like maybe I should make a joke or reference to one of the animations I've done, either the Dark Souls one or the Urshifu one. But all my ideas for the Urshifu one weren't that good. I'll leave it at that. They were all... See, one of the things I feel like I need to explain myself about is the Urshifu animation. I legitimately just found the idea funny. I probably talked about this at length in that hour-and-a-half long video I put out, but no one's going to fucking watch that, so I'll just re-explain myself here. Is that I just thought the idea of... well, we all know that there are certain Pokemon that are overly feminine, very feminine pushed, I would say, feminine coded. And there are certain Pokemon fans who, let's say, really, and if you hear some bullshit in the background, I have neighbors. Hopefully one day I won't have to worry about that. One day soon. But if you hear any random noises, it's just people walking around talking outside, not respecting the fact that I'm trying to record serious content for my YouTube channel in here. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. But all these feminine coded Pokemon, there's certain people online that really like those types of Pokemon. And so they will draw various amounts of porn of them or consume porn of them, just to be blunt as fuck. And I thought, since there's lots of jokes about making fun of them of that, I wanted to turn the joke on its head a little bit and make fun of all the extremely, I don't want to say masculine coded, because there's lots of Pokemon that look buff and strong, but it's not really, I don't want to use the term bara, but that's what comes to mind, so that's what that whole thing was about. But I don't want people to come to me thinking I'm a Pokemon guy, even though I'm drawing Corviknight here. I felt like it needed to relate somehow, just if you're looking for things to draw, Pokemon are excellent subjects. They're popular, they're interesting to draw. You can sort of do really interesting poses and designs, or poses and colors and stuff like that, because the designs themselves aren't really ever complicated. They're just interesting to draw. That's what I think, at least. But I don't want people to think I'm a Pokemon guy, or if I'm a Pokemon, one of the people who sort of does that to Pokemon as a living. And I swear to God, if you find my other accounts where I do that, just letting you know I do that for money. And I know what's popular, and I sort of sell out in a sense to that. But that's its own thing. Here, I want to do whatever I find funny and things that are more me. In that sense, all these other videos on my channel. And some of those are going to be art videos like this, where I have a subject I'm drawing, and I'm going to draw it, record all of it, speed it up a shit ton, and then just talk over it. And whatever the subject of that will be, I'll try to do topical stuff, because I just know people are going to be searching that up, and I want to be noticed. But it could be anything. It could be a Big Daddy from BioShock, if I want to talk about BioShock or something like that. I don't know what I would talk about, but occasionally I want to do some sort of a video essay. It's something I'm slightly interested in. And other times I could just do like tutorial stuff. I could talk about lines and my thoughts on that. Just whatever I want. This is sort of like this Drawing with Mojo series over here. And then obviously there's going to be more animations down the road. Probably mostly fan animations or parody animations, whatever have you. I do have a sort of a semi-script I've worked out for an original idea, but it would be like 8 minutes long, and an 8-minute long animation especially with the stupid fucking style I do, it just takes so long. That stupid Luigi animation that I recently uploaded, you should go watch that, by the way. That one took 2 months to do. And not like a real 2 months, because I was doing lots of other things. It was like 2 months in my spare time, maybe an hour a day. Maybe just a couple hours a week. It's not as if like for any of my other animations where I've sat down for at least a month and done nothing but that animation. There was periods of like long weeks, multiple weeks, where I'm just working on solely that. The Luigi animation was more of just a background thing for the most part. Then I basically completed it up in a few days, along with the little intro animation of the broken mojo thing snapping. I really like that. I'm going to use that more. But in addition to those parody animations and the whatever original animations I decide to do, which are going to have to be really interesting to me, because I don't like to do things that effectively I don't think anyone will like, or in that sense I won't like them either. But additionally to that, I hear people barking outside. Additionally to that, I would also like to do some like Let's Play animations for probably just Oni plays. I'm sorry if you don't like them or whatever, but I do. Their stupidity pleases me. So I'd probably do a couple for them, and maybe any other Let's Play channel I like, or anything I think I could animate and it be funny and add something to it besides just me animating the little people commenting on whatever the thing they're playing. If I could think of a reason to do it, and I like the idea I think of, and I think other people will like it, there's a chance I'll do it. So that's all those things, I guess. So art videos, animations, and things. And I guess anything else would be maybe another Tri-Fusion series. There's that one sitting on the channel currently. I mean, you can go watch that if you want to. I'm sort of a little meh on it, because when I go back and look at it, all of the drawings are pushed a little bit too horny in my taste. And there's some people who hear me say that, and they'll be like, "What are you talking about? That's not horny. They don't have Fuda dicks or anything like that." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm normal. I try to be normal. I don't know. I'm just trying to be a certain sort of thing, and that's not what I'm sort of aiming for, unless I want to. I don't know. I don't like to think of myself like having to always be a reflection of what I think other people will like. Sometimes I just want to do things that are me. And if I want to draw one of those Anthro Furry Girls, Crystal or Carmelita or whatever, I'll just do it. You know, don't think too hard about it. Just do it. Just do it. Trifusion said that I was talking about. I lost my train of thought anyway. I'm not re-recording this. I don't give a shit. This needs to be done. I don't have time for anything else. But the only other thing possibly would be maybe Let's Plays, like actual me playing the game. I have that one for Layers of Fear up. I don't think it's a terrible one. I know I'm a little boring in it, but it was very fun for me to edit all that together and do little effects and videos and put dumb PNGs on the screen and chop it all up. That was interesting to me and very entertaining. So if I ever want to do that again, you'll probably see it on the channel at some point. You know, I'll try to play games that are short and possibly no one else is playing, you know. I like shorter games anyway. Things you can just sit down and play in a night. But that's the sort of shit you can expect from me. To talk about the image here, I guess, before we end just a little bit. I like Corviknight. I think it was one of the first Pokemon spoiled in the Pokemon spoiler season. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, that's a badass Pokemon. That's my aesthetic. I like that shit. You know, it's edgy, and I don't care. It's unironically edgy and cool. It's just, I like when things just wear it on their face like that. As for the artwork, I think I've drawn Corviknight once before. Like when it was spoiled, I was doing a Pokemon themed stream or whatever somewhere. And I drew that and some other things. I can't remember. But I knew I drew that, and I think I tried to draw it as like a sort of an ink comic style with like super heavy, like black, like completely inked areas of pure black. But I don't know if I ended up liking that. But I think this is okay. This looks pretty cool. Just something I sat down and drew. When I was originally drawing it, like in the first beginning steps, I really hated it. That's why I moved away from that other image or something. I don't think there was anything particularly wrong. I'm just fucking around with the background here. I don't think there was anything originally wrong with that initial doodle. You can go back and look at it if you want. But sometimes I will get too angry and I'm not really getting the effects I want. So I'll just completely start over from scratch. Even though I didn't really reach a dead end in terms of the sketch, I reached a dead end in terms of my enjoyment for it, of the sort of thing I want to do. But all that background stuff, all this thing I'm messing with, it just all goes away. I decide for just something like this, little, I don't want to call it a 3D effect, but that's the only thing I can think of. It looks cool, you know, it's a little, I guess, wallpaper image or something like that. It's not insanely good or anything. It's just, you know, sometimes you just need to sit down and draw, and you don't need to worry about reinventing the wheel or breaking your limiter or anything like that. Just draw something, have fun, you know, do a few effects here and there, and just have fun. You know, that's something I don't really get to do much these days. I'm always having to focus on a new thing to draw or whatever. But that's pretty much it. I've reached the end of this. So thanks for, you know, subscribing if you're a new person. Thanks for continuing to watch if you're an old person or whatever. I will continue to do shit until I find that I can't. So look forward for more shit, I guess. Thanks again for putting up with me. Bye, everyone.